Welcome back to Action Zone Wrestling. I'm the living legend, Keaton Hawk.
And me, Davey Saka, doing the play-by-play here in YNI for the first Action Zone Wrestling, our Battle Royale here. One man in the ring every minute, and the winner to decide the champion.
I love this action. You're gonna see some violence. You're gonna see people get hurt. And most of all, you're gonna see the bodies hit the floor.
And of course, Backyard Dog made his way to the ring. Already saw him in action once tonight, and entering the Battle Royale now. Impressive by the newcomer here at AZW. And we'll see as he takes on, how many men in this matchup? 11?
Giving much love and much respect to the audience who again come to an AZW show to do one thing, and that's to get entertained, Dave.
All right, and we're almost underway here, waiting for the next opponent. And it will be...
Next person in the ring shall be... the Rocker Don Lee.
So these two already faced off once tonight, and they'll be the first opponents here in the Battle Royale for the championship here at ACW.
Is it a championship? One of the most entertaining AZW superstars that we have, the Rocker Don Lee. Gotta love him. Again with the handshake.
Of course, earlier this match interrupted by DDB himself and Rage. So here we go for a clean matchup.
Yeah, much love and much respect.
Referee Eric to do the work outside the ring. And we're underway. Every minute, a new person will enter the ring here.
Okay, if they're smart, they would wait till the next guy went in and kicked his ass.
Or the two shaking hands, not doing anything. Backyard Dog with a cheap shot there, taking Rocker Don, taking advantage of him, throwing him into the corner. Those hard right hands sending Rocker Don Lee to the mat.
Well, you live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Rocker Don Lee taking time to recover, not knowing where he is in the ring there.
Okay, I've been in many matches like this. The first thing I want to do, I wouldn't even play with him. I would just try and get him over that rope as soon as possible, because the next guy's going to come in and you don't know what he's going to do.
Speaking of the next guy, a little over 10 seconds for our next opponent to enter the ring. 5 seconds left, and here we go. Here's the announcement for the next opponent.
2, 1. Cheap Heat.
Another newcomer here to Action Zone Wrestling, Cheap Heat, making his way to the ring. Impressive start against Lopaka earlier this tonight.
He's bolting into that ring. Oh, he wants some. He wants some.
Challenging both Backyard Dog and Rocker Don Lee, and the two chuckling away at newcomer here, Cheap Heat.
I guess the Rocker Don Lee feels kind of horny right now.
Of course, trying to go for that mask of Cheap Heat. Here we go, Junkyard Dog watching on his Rocker Don Lee with that hard right fist right to the mask of Cheap Heat. In about 5 seconds, we're getting another challenger in this Battle Royale.
4, 3, 2, 1.
All right, ladies and gentlemen. DDB.
Now that is wrestling. Of course, DDB interfering in the match between Rocker Don Lee and their storied history, Rocker Don Lee and DDB, the on and off again relationship between the two, I guess.
Whitney and Bobby, man. Whitney and Bobby. Beautiful clothesline.
DDB so far not even entering the ring, taking his time outside. At some point, he has to enter this matchup here. just watch as Rocker Donley getting actually Cheap Heat taking advantage here of the two of them.
You know, I like this Cheap Heat. I like him a lot.
Here we go, another opponent, or another, here we go.
And it's Lopaka, ladies and gentlemen. The ruling line here in AZW.
And of course, DDB still outside of the ring. There should be 4 men in this ring right now. Cheap Heat having some trouble here with Rocker Donley. Junkyard Dog, or Backyard Dog taking a breather here.
Cautiously, you notice DDB is avoiding Lopaka.
Lopaka now entering the ring. Of course, Cheap Heat in the mask. Rocker Donley, the older gentleman, I guess you could say. And Backyard
The
Dog.
crafty veteran.
And all opponents going right to Cheap Heat. DDB still outside of the ring.
And they're just toying with him. They're just toying with him.
Another 10 seconds or so, we're gonna get another challenger.
And a bite by the Backyard Dog.
Of course, this battle royale here, Cheap Heat taking a quite
Ooh!
another chop there. Lopaka to the low blow, it looks like, and those vicious kicks.
Deadly, man. There are deadly kicks.
Here we go, another challenger coming in. The Rage now making an appearance, of course, a partner to DDB earlier. Not too much known here, but we've seen him so far on TV, never in the ring just yet.
This should be interesting.
And our owner, DDB, now in the ring, Rocker Donley.
And straight after Donley, straight after him,
So far, looks like the Rage Deeper to someone just went
the
over.
Backyard Dog is over the top. He is eliminated.
All right, so we're now down to 5 men in this battle royale.
And DDB finally in the ring, Dave.
That's good, but he's got the Rage in there as his bodyguard, if you will. Going, of course, the two of them teaming up against Rocker Donley and Lopaka taking care of Cheap Heat over there. Another challenger to enter. So that is Mark Anarchy making his way to the ring now. And this is his pro debut here in the Battle Royale. And Pro, we understand, lives the rock and roll lifestyle. Looks like a punk rocker there.
Yeah! Go get some, young buck. Go get some.
Looks like the youngest wrestler here so far. Of course, Rocker Donley, the oldies. And looks like a Mark Anarchy here. The younger rocker. And there you go, the Rage going to the, or protecting DDB against Rocker Donley. Lopaka still going at it there with Cheap Heat in the corner.
Anarchy seems dazed and confused, or actually he just seems to be taking his time.
Another 5 count here. We're getting another challenger into the ring. Another new superstar here in the AZW Action Zone Wrestling, making his way. Debut of many young superstars here.
Oh, no. Go ahead.
And it looks like the Rage has just been eliminated. That means DDB is on his own for the time being. As Mark Anarchy going against Cheap Heat there. DDB going over the top rope voluntarily to avoid the hits by Lopaka. We're down to 5 men in the ring. Johnny Kealoha now entering the ring there. So far seems very friendly, his newcomer here. And the two newcomers going at it, Mark Anarchy and Johnny Kealoha right there in the corner. Mark Anthony up on the second rope.
All right, is it me or is he not wearing shoes?
Not wearing shoes, also dressed like a tourist, if I might add. And Cheap Heat going right there with another 5 count, another opponent making his way to the ring.
1.
And that, so far, another unknown or brand new superstar here in AZW. Pure luck, James Fitzgerald on his way down the ring. Like someone else has been eliminated, that would be Mark Anarchy.
Cheap Heat out of the ring.
And we're now down to 4 men 2 more to enter the ring, still in this battle royale here. Looks like 2 veterans and 2 newcomers so far. And the veterans now going at the newcomers. Of course, those veterans, Lopaka, and there you go.
Right out of the ring, in and out.
He lasted about 1 minute.
All right, this is what I've been wanting to see all night. The 2 lions, the young one, the older dominant one. Finally we get to see them in the ring.
So far we got Akua, Johnny Kealoha, Rocker Don Lee, and of course Lopaka all in there right now.
And Don Lee, ooh, out of the ring.
Don Lee with a hard fall out here.
Let's see if Don's all right. Can somebody check and see if John's all right?
Rocker Don Lee still not getting up in the ring. We have Johnny Kealoha and of course Lopaka and Akua. Don't forget the history there of Akua and Lopaka.
You know, I would figure Akua would be all over Lopaka right about now, but he's not.
3, 2,
He's more worried about Don Lee right now.
Rocko.
Johnny Kealoha over the top, Lopaka and Akua in the ring for right now as Rock Hard Rocko Shinoda makes his way to the ring.
The poster boy for Viagra. Rock Hard, Rocko.
And a high maneuver there by Rocko. Of course, Akua and Rocko facing off earlier. Rock Hard Shinoda here. Lopaka taking a breather in the meantime.
Smart move by the veteran. Totally smart. He's going to let these young guys tire themselves out before making his move.
And has Akua been eliminated, or did he just go under the bottom rope there?
I am not too sure what the referee's going to say, but he definitely needs to get back in the ring. You know, only DDP can do that. Take a break like that.
Well, he voluntarily took a break as he jumped over the top rope. Looks like we're down to Lopaka and Rocko Rock Hard Shinoda here in the Battle Royale, the last 2 challengers.
Beautiful chop. It's just echoing here in the gymnasium here at Waianae High.
And don't forget, after this, our main event, Jamie Gibson against the phenomenal AJ Styles. And looks like Akua has not been eliminated, so he's back in there.
Crowd participation here in AZW.
And of course, that hard body slam there by Akua to the pleasure of the Waianae crowd here. A little one-upmanship so far, the Lopaka elbow there.
I have no idea what they call that right now. But it'll come to me sooner or later.
All right, and the 2, I guess Lopaka and Akua having practice here on Rocko Rock Hard Shinoda.
I love this.
There we go, Rocko entering the ring.
Fight him again.
Rock Hard Shinoda in the ring once again. And Lopaka and Rock Hard to those kicks to Akua.
Definitely the cruiserweight out of the bunch of them.
Of course, Rock Hard Shinoda, one of the many newcomers here in AZW, but so far doing the best out of our newcomers.
Totally, I'm very impressed by this kid.
Going for the elimination there of Akua.
I don't know, kid. I don't think this is gonna happen, man. If he was smart, he would keep with the high-flying tactics. That's right. Use your kicks, use your speed, and knock some of these guys out of the ring.
A bunch of quick kicks there by Rock Hard. Of course, Lopaka, great move.
Ooh.
Right to the midsection of Akua.
Right to the midsection, and believe me, Dave, that hurts.
Of course, knocking the wind out of Akua, setting him up. Looks like a little teamwork here by Lopaka and Rock Hard Shinoda.
Where they're going to need it. They're going to need it. Like you said before, Akua is young, and he's experienced. Beautiful drop kick.
Right to his head,
Right
of course.
to the turnbuckle.
The back of that head hitting the turnbuckle there. even to the applause of Lopaka, entertaining the veteran here.
I like this kid. I like this kid rock hard. And this kid's got to slow down, though. He's got to slow down. And that's what he gets. He's using all of his strength on Akua, and he hasn't not once attacked Lopaka.
And it looks like Rocko not eliminated yet by Lopaka. And looks like Lopaka tickling Rocko Shinoda there, dropping him off the mat.
My God! Oh, that's gotta hurt.
Looks like Akua with the advantage here, sending Lopaka into the ropes. Oh, that hard kick right to the face of Lopaka.
That mafia kick took out Lopaka.
It would be wise of Akua to send Lopaka over the top rope at this point.
You know, Dave, being in that ring, especially fighting other guys off, you know, it's got to take its toll, and you can see the toll that it's taking on these two great warriors in the ring right now. Oh.
High risk maneuver here by Akua. Maybe dangerous, walking the ropes there.
School. Into a blockbuster. Beautiful move. Listen to the crowd. They appreciate the kind of action zone wrestling gives them.
And of course, it looks like Akua may have hurt himself on that maneuver. Very risky maneuver, but the payoff could have helped him win this match here. Going for the cover.
I think he needs to throw him over the top rope to win.
Looks like Akua forgetting this is a battle royale. Must send his opponent over the top rope there.
You gotta give it to referee Eric, who's doing an okay job just standing on the side, man. All right, it seems some altercation seems to be happening.
There go Akua and referee Eric going at it. Giving Lopaka a breather. Maybe we'll see what the veteran can come up with here.
That could be a young buck's mistake, you know, giving a guy like Lopaka time to recover like that into a headlock. Beautiful.
The always overconfident Akua now with that headlock on Lopaka.
Floats over to the other side. Beautiful hammerlock.
And you see the pain on Lopaka's face there as he tries to reverse that eye gouge to Akua. Lopaka now taking advantage of that rest. Looks like it's working to Lopaka. Hard kicks to the midsection there of Akua.
All it takes is one kick to the head, and Lopaka's gonna win this.
These are last two remaining in this match. Of course, got to go over the top rope, the third rope there, and the winner of the first ever Battle Royale here at Action Zone Wrestling.
I think everybody here in this arena, in this gymnasium, realizes that these guys are giving it their all.
Lopaka going over the top. Akua is the winner, and he will be our first ever champion here at Action Zone Wrestling.
It was smart. I said this guy is the future. He's got the belt, and right now, he is the top lion of